Hey guys, and welcome to something a little different. I'm currently playing on the Mineplex server. You can see the website right there. It's www.mineplex.com, and from there you can get the IP for the server. It's basically a bunch of mini games. I'll also put the IP in the description. Right now, I'm actually playing on the Bridges game. And as you can see, this is the little starting hub here. And we have 4 different teams. I'm currently queued up for the green team. Green's my favorite color. You can probably tell from my little avatar for my channel. There's also a bunch of different classes, and I'll go through them here real quick while we're waiting for more people to join. You have the apple class, which basically starts you out with just some apples. You gain an apple, I think 1 apple every 10 seconds, and food is a big thing in this match type. You also have the Berserker class, which starts you out with an axe, and let me go ahead and adjust the sound for zombies. Okay, that's a little better. So you have the Berserker class, which you start out with an axe, which really helps for chopping the wood, and also, with the Berserker class, you have +1 damage with axes. You have the Brawler class, which I haven't unlocked yet, but I know it starts with a sword. So not sure exactly what the bonuses are, or if that's just it. You have the Miner class, which I like to play. Make sure I'm queued up for the Miner. You get faster digging, and you have an ability that you can use your pickaxe for. Now the other 2 classes here are Ultra only. There's the Archer, which starts out with a bow and some arrows, and then there's the Bomber, which has TNT. Now, I'm going to wait for this game to start, and I'll meet you in the game. And here we go. So, like always, we're going to need a little bit of wood, and we only have 10 minutes, basically, to get ready. And what happens is, there's different islands, one for each team. And then there's also a center island. And that center island, I'm going to go ahead and just dig down right here. That center island you can't get to, right? Because you can't go through water. Water will damage you in this game type. So what I'm doing right now is just looking for a little bit of ores. Mainly I want to find, there we go, some iron first. And I am going to want some diamonds. Now the iron's going to help me get to the diamonds, obviously. Let's just convert all of this to wood and start out with a crafting table. Now one nice thing is when I build my furnace, the furnace is locked to me. So anything that I put in there is mine. Let's see if we can start making our way and find some diamonds. Once I get that iron pick made, then I'll show you the special abilities that you get as a miner. You can tell here that I'm actually digging quite fast. Really? I'm in this hole. Thank you. You can tell here that I'm digging quite fast. Now let me go get my iron. And if I make an iron pick, let's go ahead and just make a couple of sticks here. Iron pick. Now I have an iron pick. I didn't want to use my ability with my stone pick because it's just going to point me towards coal. But if I right click with my iron pick, it will point me towards the nearest iron. So normally what I like to do is when I do find a couple of diamonds, the first thing that I make is a diamond pick. And that's just because when I right click on it, it's going to point me towards more diamonds. Go away. Fine. You stay there. And my scanner's ready again. Now, it does have a cooldown for how quickly you can use it. However, in the long scheme of things, it's not very long. Let's see. It was telling me it was in this direction. I still don't see any. Normally, I like to find whatever is pointing me at before I go and move on to another area. Just because if I move and don't move far enough away, it's just going to point me to that same node. But looks like it is available. So let's see if we can find that iron. Now obviously right now I have not found any diamonds, so iron is going to be the next best thing. There's a little bit of gold. That's why I'm using the wrong pick, so it's pointing me towards coal. See, that's what happens when you start using your... diamonds! That's what happens when you start using your stone pick. It'll point you... Yes, 3 diamonds. Let's see... I'm just going to make another crafting table real quick. And throw this down, and hopefully I won't need to smelt anything else if I find enough diamonds. So now, if I right-click, it'll show me towards more diamonds. Sometimes it does tell you that there's none in the area, which is unfortunate, but it does happen. The nice thing is now I at least have enough for a diamond sword. Nope, still can't use it for another little over 2 seconds. There we go. Now, the first thing I like to make, obviously, is the sword, because it's going to do the most damage after I have my pickaxe. It's going to do the most damage, and once those bridges go down, it's kind of like the Hunger Games, where, ooh, that's a good amount of diamonds right there. It's kind of like the Hunger Games where it's basically you kill everybody, but you are on a team, so remember that. And try to keep that in perspective. Each class has its own perks and drawbacks, and if you work together, then it really helps out and makes your team progress a lot faster, and you'll be able to get farther along. No diamonds found. So let's try going in a different area. Let's say over this way. For example, your apple class basically is the only ones with food, right? So your miners are down here digging... Oh, no! Oh, see, that's what happens when you hit water. Okay, so as I was saying, your miner class runs out of food quickly, so you definitely want your applers to pump out the food. That's really what they should do from the very start, is just start handing it out, start spitting it at people, whether they ask for it or not. When I play the apple class, that's what I generally do. And you can see here, even though I'm out, I'm able to fly around and see what's going on. Now you are kind of silenced, you can talk to other dead, but you can't talk to the living. Looks like that guy fell the same fate that I did. Now you can hear that right there. That's actually the bomber class. And they have TNT. Now, the only way to get that class is with Ultra. Ultra is basically a subscription based or donation based. You actually have to pay for it. So there are some classes that you can't get unless you pay for them. But I can assure you the games are fun even without paying for anything. It might be something that I do in the future, but right now with not having a job, it's a little harder. So it looks like they're trying to wall themselves in. Now what's going to happen is, as soon as this 2 minutes is up, you see this island here in the center, or the minute 1.1 minutes. You see this island here in the center, it will spawn bridges that go between the different islands. And most likely starting right here, and let's see, somewhere around here. You don't want to be in the water, buddy. And it'll connect all 4 islands, and then it'll also connect this center island. Now, one thing with the center island is it doesn't connect all the way. So the way that it works, it would connect to say here, and then you can jump to the center island. But then you have to build your way back to that bridge to get back to your island. Looks like the timer is just about up, so let's wait for that to finish and I'll show you what I was talking about. And see here you can see the bridges starting to form. It does take a little while, and one thing, you cannot build over water until the countdown finishes. And in this game type, you can really see how teamwork really pays off. There's 3 yellows here on the island taking on basically anybody that jumps over. And because they're jumping over one at a time, they really have no chance against 3 people. And the people that hide down in the mines generally are not ready and don't notice their attackers coming. So it really puts you at a disadvantage. It really puts you at a disadvantage if you stay down in the mine. You really need to be up top by the end of that countdown with your team, whether you're ready or not. Doesn't matter that you're smelting up some iron. It's one of those. You're better off smelting it on top if you want to stay on your island, and that way you can see your attackers coming in. One other thing to note is if you look at your compass, it will point to the nearest player, the nearest enemy player. Now, when you're dead, it'll point to just the nearest player, period, whether they were on your team or an enemy. So it's a good way to tell where that, that last person is. I will be playing more mini games in the future, hopefully where I don't die right away before the match even starts. I will also be uploading more, and if you do hop on the Mineplex server and recognize me, go ahead and say hello. I, again, hope you enjoyed, and with that, I will see you guys later.